ordered a hot chocolate.
All right, that's pretty nice, huh?
I'm not a very big coffee fan.
How do you feel about that, Sasha?
It's for sharing, right?
What?
It's for sharing, right?
Rohan, what do you think? You like it? What do you think? How is it?
Okay. How did you come up with the name Blue Tokai?
So because we were doing Indian coffee, we wanted some kind of name that reflected the origins of the coffee. And so Tokai actually is the plume of the peacock. And so in Malabar. And so when you go to the estates, then we've seen peacocks flying throughout the estate. So we thought it would be a good connection to the coffee that we were selling, and also it has a nice.
So you said it's Spanish for plantation. So what made you choose Spanish?
What made us choose Finca as a name? It sounded exotic.
After 30, 40 names, we got bored with it.
It has to be something.
Just throw a coin and decide.
Yeah.
Something called Beavery. It is. In some cases, you have seeds which don't split into two. So these are like the seed itself is called peaberry. So it's normal for people to think that it is got the power of two coffee in one. So this is more aromatic, more flavorful, and it's got a very distinct sweetish aroma also. Full coffee is green in color, nowhere close to the brownish coffee bean that we see. For that, it has to be roasted. And we use roasted in a fashion called drum roaster. It's a big drum, you put the coffee from the top, it goes inside, it spins around, and there's a flame, it gives hot air. So we roast it in drum with hot air. So we're going to start the roast now. So here we are putting the beans into the drum.
And so which type of coffee are you roasting right now?
This is a blend called Solitaire. It's got 5-6 different kind of beans. The beans are inside the drum. We let it roast for around 10 minutes. Before we get to see how the coffee changes the color, how it develops, how it expands.
This is the green bean, and then
This would happen after probably 3 minutes or 3.5 minutes. That would be after 5 minutes.
and then now.
This is almost 7 minutes.
Right. So how did you learn to do the blends? Did you read some books or do research online or just start playing it around?
Playing around. You need to trust, you need to start. It comes with, obviously, as I said, it helps that there were two of us. Two different people have different palates already. That really helped. And then we played around. We right now, as of now, have 7 blends, but then in terms of creation, we might have created 200, 250 blends.
You hear a popping sound.
This is the popping.
Oh yes, so the first crack.
First crack.
I learned that yesterday. First crack.
The first crack.
So with this roast, how dark are you trying to get it?
This is something what it will, in terms of roast time, what we'll get is something like a full city plus.
Okay.
That is after first crack, 80% of the roasters stop. But that's where we start. We go beyond that.
Because the darker you go, the more you roast, the more weight it loses. So lesser money for you to realize. The commercial roasters do not want to go on towards the darker side of the roast. But largely espresso roasts are medium roast or dark. The single origins and the regular normal brew plunger things have to be on the lighter side so that you have more of flavor coming out.
At this point, you can have an acceptable coffee.
Not good for espresso, but
Yeah.
for drip coffee, or for plungers.
second crack.
Okay.
This blend we terminate at the start of second crack. Filter roast. This cooling pin, we try to cool it in around 3 to 3.5 minutes
Okay.
to arrest. There is no further roasting happens inside the bean. See, nice color to it.
So we've come full circle
Full
now.
circle, yeah.
It looks more plump. So after roasting, we need to rest it for a couple of days to allow it to develop the flavor. If you have it now, it will not get the full profile.
Okay.
48 hours for it to develop the full profile, 48 to 72 hours, and then it starts degrading by the hour. Then what we call it starts dying, the coffee starts dying in a way.
Slowly.
Oh, do you have any tips for keeping your coffee fresh at home?
The biggest tip which I will give you is buy fresh. Don't buy coffee for a month. Don't buy it even for a fortnight. Buy whatever you require for the next 7 days. Even if you are drinking little coffee, but only buy little coffee. There is no point. Like you don't buy bread for a month. So why you want to buy coffee for a month? Keep it fresh.
You don't buy
a
milk for
little.
a month, you don't buy cheese for a month. Weekly, at most fortnightly.
Buy little, buy frequently, and never ever keep it inside the freezer. That's a tip. I don't know how it has come about, but I strongly advise you don't keep it inside the freezer. Airtight bottle in a dark place. There's also one more point I want to add. As far as possible, try to buy whole beans, not the ground coffee. Because the ground coffee stales faster than the beans. So if you can keep the bean for 15 days, the ground coffee will not more than 3-4 days. That's it. As purist, I would say, buy whole bean. Keep a nice little grinder at home. Whenever you brew, just before brewing, grind the coffee. That's it. You'll get the best profile of the coffee.
So, this addition only tip that we give to all our people who do ask our advice is please, next time do not buy an iPhone 5 or 6 or whatever next step. Kindly buy a 30,000 worth of phone and balance 15,000 please spend on a decent burr-based grinder. So that's something which is going to last you for 20 years and you will really value that return on investment. Would be far more than a fancy phone for 55, 60K.
The most dramatic improvement in your coffee can come from Prestige.
Yeah.
You'll immediately make a 20% difference to your morning coffee if you grind it yourself
Grind it.
before.
Buy freshly roasted and grind before it. The name of the company is Specialty Coffee, Finca Specialty Coffee. So we deal only in specialty grades that India produces. No blade grinders. No blade grinders for coffee.
The cheap coffee grinder is a oxymoron. Because see, I don't want to start my day with a shot of espresso. No way. Might be for the breakfast I can have a plunger. Then when you move into the office you have a shot. Might be in the evening or after night you can go for a pour after your dinner. So there is not one method which I like all the time. It's more the depending on the time or depending on the seasonal also.
Seasonal also. We'll have seasonal preferences also.
What you can do to make your coffee more exciting is to brew plenty of coffee, put them into the ice cube tray and shove it in the freezer. Make this coffee ice cube and you can have a wonderful cold coffee using that and sugar syrup. Instead of giving plain coffee, keep brewed coffee in ice.
At least for
Try it out.
an Indian weather, it really, you can have it at least 10 months in a year. It's like daily, you know.
You might put
Simple.
7-8 cubes with a glass of milk, put it in the blender, you'll have nice frothy iced coffee which will really rock. Much better than what you can have in any of these cafes. But the coffee has to be good.
And it's a wonderful world to be in. It's exciting. We are passionate about what we do. We really love it. We look forward to heading to office every day. So That's the good part. And it makes a difference. It brings a smile to a lot of people. If your product can do that, it's an accomplishment itself.
Have any other answer? We should feel proud to have Indian coffee. And that's why we are here. Please come to us. Cheers to coffee.
It's coffeelicious.
Rohan reacts to coffee. What do you think of coffee? Well, you've got to work on your drinking etiquette. Could you tell me your thoughts on the Busy Bean coffee? So you think it's pretty good? I mean, do you think is it more of a nutty, smoky flavor, or is it a coffee term flavor? Yeah, I see. So how does it compare to, say, Starbucks coffee? I think you just said awesome.